This Sunday, March the 3rd, WTF1 are hosting the Virtual GP. It's simply raced in Milton Keynes, where 15 teams of 6 drivers will take place in a 4-hour endurance race. This will take place at Interlagos in Brazil in GTE cars. Now, unfortunately for the team, I will be taking part, and I'm in no way, shape or form an esports driver, but luckily I found myself a coach in the form of ex-Formula 1 driver, Formula E champion, Jean-Eric Vernon. Unfortunately, he couldn't be with us, so we've got the E-Rock champion, Veloce. James.
Hi.
So, I have 1 week to train for this WTF1 event. Never really played this game before. We're playing on R Factor 2. What sort of tips do you have for me being an absolute novice?
Probably quite a lot of tips. So it's going to be a very intense afternoon for yourself. Yeah, well, I think it's best if we see how you get on quickly, and then we'll assess what you've got, and let's try and make you better. And the key word there being try.
How do you start this thing?
You got to put the clutch down.
Right.
And then you select first gear.
Okay.
And then you go. Release the clutch with the throttle. You know, like a driving test? Okay, this is going to be harder than I thought.
I have no clue what this is going to be like. Going down into turn 1. Right, I've crashed in the pit lane. James, you supposed to crash in the pit lane?
No, you're not supposed to crash in the pit lane.
Right, Mr. Baldwin, how do you think I did?
You know what, mate? That weren't too bad. I'm thoroughly impressed.
Thank you very much.
Apart from that first lap.
Basically an esports driver now?
No, you're not. That first lap was horrendous. But the rest of it was good. You just need to go more towards the limit, but you were actually right.
I feel like starting that car was quite difficult as well, like getting used to the clutch.
Yeah.
I literally did not have a clue what I was doing. I thought, yeah, just go straight away.
I say, you have a driving licence?
I do, but this is different. This is not just driving a usual road.
It is very similar. I can't believe I had to explain that concept to you. But, yeah, just go more towards that limit. You're almost there, mate.
Any corners, I felt like I got better at most of them, but then maybe turn 4.
I'd say just use more of the track, because you're very in the middle of the track at the moment, and you can't really be fast like that. So I've given you a few tips. I'm going to go and set a benchmark, and then you can go back in and we'll see how close you can get to it. Okay? Because lap times speak for themselves.
So we've done a couple of laps, you said a lap time, then I went and tried to get as close to it as I possibly could. Yours was a
1:33.4.
Mine was a 1:35.9, so 2.5 seconds off. I suppose it's not too bad, but there is still quite that big deficit.
Yeah. I mean, I can see where you're going wrong, so we could definitely knock at least a second off within 10 minutes.
Cool, that's good to hear. That's obviously what I want to hear. Improve as much as possible.
And it's endurance racing.
Yeah, so how does this differ? How does endurance racing differ to maybe a short sprint race?
Well, we're going to be miles off the pace compared to qualifying. So you're running 90 litres of fuel. The tyres, you want to save them, you don't want to burn them out in the first 10 laps. So you will be slow, just keep your lap times within 0.5 of a second all the time. Consistency is key in a race like this. Don't get caught in trouble. If you're stuck behind someone, don't lunge up the inside. Just wait, get around the next corner, pass them, safety is kind of priority in endurance race. So yeah, I think you'll be fine, mate.
Thanks to James, I'm feeling a little bit more confident going into this event. Hopefully we'll do really well. Now that's all really next for me is just be practicing as much as I possibly can. Consistency is key, especially with endurance racing. It's going to be a long old race, so yeah, just need to make sure I've got the consistency in there, enough practice as possible, and that's the only way I'm going to get better. Join us next time to see how we get on in the WTF1 Virtual GP event. It's going to be a good one, so definitely make sure you check it out.